ఓం శ్రీ గురుభ్యో నమః. అందరికీ నమస్కారం. In this video, let us examine what is the faith in God. One master said like this in this regard: there are many who believe in God just as there are those who don't. Some believe because they have not done any thinking, many others because they have done too much thinking. The same goes for non-believers too. Purely from the perspective of believing of those who believe in God, the focus of the present subject matter, they are mainly of three types as follows, said the master. Number one is the hopper. The hopper is the restless type. He believes if his current belief system has no answers for the questions, perhaps another one would, he thinks. So he is in search of a panacea. It is like a medicine which cures all, some kind of solution that will give him peace. So the trouble, however, is that the hopper is jumping from one belief system to another. He has not sat down to either identify the problem or ask the right questions. He is like a window shopper. He is hoping because he is restless. All his attempts to turn inward or practice devotion prove futile because he lacks the resolve and often morality too. The hopper wants an easy fix for some deep-rooted problems. Upon his adoption of any new system, he feels good, relieved and consoled. Remember, my dear, this is the belief moon period. It fades away quickly before he finds himself in the same old boat, almost as if reality woke him up abruptly after a short dream. His restive tendencies and desires overpower him, and out he goes in search of another solution. The hopper has little chance of experiencing bliss, realization being out of question altogether, until he makes some amendments in his living, life, thinking, conduct and belief. Then the second one is the prisoner. The prisoner is a believer of a different type. The prisoner is more stable than the hopper. His stability varies based on his internal state and external circumstances. Such stability is not necessarily because the prisoner is a better believer, but because he could not be bothered with any cognitive pursuits, intellectual quests and spiritual conquests. The prisoner is called so, that means as prisoner because he is a captive of someone else's belief system. For example, his family or friend circle believe in one deity, he also unknowingly and unconsciously starts believing the same deity, etc. So a jail in the form of a religion, a cult, a sect and so forth has been built for a believer of this type. He feels life is a sentence which he must serve. My dear, please remember, he has a chance to live outside the jail, but he does not revolt nor appeal. He accepts the ways of prison. A lot of people are simply prisoners of their respective systems. They dare not venture outside. Unlike the prisoners of the real world, these ones are behind the illusory bars. If you have simply accepted a certain philosophy or religion because that is what was offered to you, chances are you are serving only a sentence. You are living by the rules passed on to you. If must you stay in prison for reasons known to you only, at least play the jailer. It is a much better job, a better role. In the prison, one may paint prettier than a Picasso or sound smarter than a Shakespeare, but one remains a captive still. Remember, the belief prison is a product of the conditioned mind and can be knocked down only if you are willing to put in the effort. Then the third one is the pet. Unlike the hopper, the pet stays at one place, and unlike the prisoner, he gets love from his master as well from other residents of the house of the master. He lives in harmony. A pet is the one who, after finding his answers, settles on a certain belief system with love, compassion, and conviction. He gets past the hollow arguments and dry polemics, the argumental conversations. Belief is a product of intellect. As long as one says, I believe, it means they have not discovered their own truth yet. The freedom of a pet is restricted to the whim of the owner. The expression upon a realization automatically changes from I believe to I know. Remember, my dear, anything second hand cannot be knowledge. It is merely information. When we use that information and arrive at a conclusion based on our own experience, that is and becomes knowledge. The primary difference between the prisoner and pet is the degree of surrender. Being a pet of your own home, intellectual discovery, is far better than being a captive of someone else's belief system. The pet naturally finds joy on citing his master. In the system of bhakti, devotional service, a pet is the greatest you can be. However, I reiterate, my present focus is wholly from the perspective of believing, said the master. The prisoner may be established in his belief system as the pet, but the prisoner finds no fulfillment. He cannot play around like the latter, let alone have the master clean up after him. True realization consumes all beliefs that tie you down and condition your world. Your experience becomes your guiding force, and your unconditioned self becomes your guiding light. You no longer have to either believe or disbelieve. You get the third choice. Create your own belief system. You longer move between the various sets of dogmas. You no longer move between the various sets of dogmas. Remember, my dear. My dear, faith is a higher form of belief. Faith, when held on to with 100% conviction, in your belief, it starts to change from a dry intellectual doctrine to a soulful entity of faith. Besides, when you experience your own truth, all definitions become immaterial. Go on, my dear, be a pet of your Lord or the Lord of your own world. Do not settle for anything less. Thank you all.